Welcome to another weekly analysis with Raba Fx. We're not going to waste time. We're going to go straight into the business of the day. So we're starting with gold. And from my caption here, monthly is bullish. This was for last week. Weekly was bearish, and then daily is bullish. But we're going to see if this narrative is still in place. All right, it's still in place. So this is what you do every week. You open up your chart, you look at the monthly direction, you look at the weekly direction, and you look at the daily direction. The reason for doing that is to help you gauge your sentiment for the week or for the day. To know the direction, you have to place your trade. So as you can see, obviously, the monthly is still very bullish. And from my observation, we are looking at this eye to take. Okay, this eye at 3,005. The eye 35. Yes, at 3,500. That's what we are looking at there. And as you can see, a very strong bullish push. So once you understand the overall direction in the higher time frame, you simply go down to the lower time frame. So from the lower time frame, we look at the weekly, and as you can see, we close above this weekly resistance. So the weekly have to change to bullish. So what I need to do now is to come here, go and edit the weekly level. The weekly is bullish, like so. All right. So now we have both monthly and weekly bullish. Is the daily still in this agreement? So move to the daily time frame. As you can see, the daily, we've closed above this, we are obviously bullish. So what do we need to do? We start framing areas where we can start taking a trade. So for me, I look at this zone here. This level, we have different opening price. We have this opening price, more like a break and retest. When it come back in, I'll start planning for my bullish trade. All right. We also have this level here. We also have this one, break and retest. We also have a fresh support here where price can trade off with. So this is what I'm looking at. A trade back into this area, and then a possibility to push higher. Remember, this was the monthly target we are looking at. So we should expect price to hit that target. But before then, we have some stubborn roadblocks here where you can be taking your profit. All right, because price will be heading here doesn't mean there won't be any pushback, like a lower low, then a higher high. So these areas are areas where you take your profit. And then currently, if you look at this, we are at a resistance here, but I don't have much. This will not pose a threat to me. What it does is to push back price into this area before pushing up again. So that's my play there. And if you want to go to your lower time frame, you can see I can refine that area to this area here, this place here for my entry. All right, and then I take that trade. So this is what I have on gold. If you have any different opinion, let me know in the comments. We can share ideas, right? So from there, we look at NAS 100. So for NAS 100, we start from the monthly. From here, we said that the monthly was bullish last week. Weekly too was bullish. Daily was bullish. And then price traded up into this area. Now, as you can see here, this is a monthly reversal opening price resistance. And as you can see, price is currently rejecting from that level. All right, this is a strong level that might pose an obstacle or a roadblock to our direction. All right. So in that case, the monthly has not changed its bullish stance. It's still very bullish. But however, we are met with a roadblock here. So we have to be careful when looking for the bullish trade. So how are we going to do that? We go to the weekly time frame. Okay. Now what happened here is, let me take off this. This was a support, broken, become resistant. Price tap on it. Yeah. All right. And then we are creating a new resistant on the weekly. All right. On the weekly. Then this is the support here. So probably we'll be looking at this range to play out depending on what the daily we do. All right. So the weekly started our bullish move here. We tap into this, which is the same level with the monthly. Whenever you have the monthly and the weekly at the same level, that gives you a confidence, a stronger price to repel price or the market at that particular level. So from my view, the weekly, let's go back to the, now from my view here, I'm going to change my stance on the weekly time frame to bearish. Okay, so this is what I want to play this week. If price can give me somewhat of a retest in this fresh weekly, I'll be so glad to take the trade. All right. Then if I go to the daily, that level on the daily is at this continuation opening price, which is the best place for me to take that trade. I will not be looking at this level unless the daily gives me a reason to. That is at the close. I want to see a rejection of this level, then I can join in. If not, if Monday starts trading and price push up, I will not be doing anything around here. But once it gets in here, I will sell. That is the approach I want to use this coming week. All right. And as you can see, we have been bullish till we got to a level of obstacle there. Support, broken, became a resistance, and then we have a fresh resistance here, which market traded off. And then our 4-hour, I'm tempted here. Let me see daily. No, I won't be taking that trade. So within the 4-hour, I'll prefer price to come back in here. I'll prefer price to come in here. Okay. Once price come back in there, that's why I'll be looking for a sell. Otherwise, I will not be taking any trade on this. So this is my stance on NAS 100. Let's look at US 30. US 30. This is the obstacle here. This is the monthly obstacle rejecting price. Okay. Monthly started here. We are still bullish. We will not change our stance. Just that we have a strong monthly level here that is currently rejecting price. So as you can see, the opening price on its own is a sophisticated level on the chart where you can see price reaction around it. Okay, if market wants to reverse, it must happen within that opening price. It could go deeper, but it should not close below it. All right, it should not close below it. If it closes below it, then it should go to the next opening price. Okay, like if this closes below, the next opening price will be this to expect that rejection and turn around from the market. All right, so we have that level rejecting price, but obviously we can't do anything on the weekly, on the monthly on its own because of how big the time frame is. So in that case, we go to the weekly level. Now the weekly level, we created a fresh weekly. So I will want that level to be tested. I want that level to be tested. All right. And then we have this fresh weekly where price rejected currently. All right. So the weekly is bullish. We have an obstacle there. Price traded there twice. Looking at the daily, we can see. So the same thing, just like I'll prefer a trade in here to sell. So my weekly and the daily is bearish. My weekly is bearish. My daily is bearish. So I will expect price to trade back in here to sell on NAS 30. You can write it down, and also you can check your laptop and do your analysis and see if you are in agreement with me. If not, let me know in the comment section, and also the strategy you trade. Then my free mini course is still on. You can check the link in the description and join. And if you cannot get the response, simply message me on Telegram. All right. From the welcome email, you are going to see my Telegram, and you can mention me or message me there so that I can, help you solve that issue immediately. So now we are going to look at Euro USD. Then after this, I think I will call it a day. Unless I get response on the currency pair you want me to look at. Is it pounds? Is it USD? AUD USD? NZD USD? And so on. All right. All right. So let's clear all of this. As you can see, the monthly, we close above, and I was talking about a form of retest to continue that monthly direction. Now, as you can see, monthly is bullish, weekly bearish, daily bearish. Because as at this time here, let me clear this off. Now, monthly bullish, this was our target, and the price rejected, and then we closed above this, and we're getting a retest there. So monthly is still bullish. Then last week we said the weekly was bearish and the daily was bearish. Let's see if we still maintain that level. Okay, and as you can see, price traded lower. All right, we go to the weekly. You can see here we are bearish, and then we are rejecting of this level, which I said that we should continue the bearish move until it changes. All right, so as you can see, we've closed above multiple weekly level. So on that note, now we'll be looking at bullish weekly. All right, weekly bullish there, and then a retest on this reversal opening, continuation opening price will give us a nice level to enter. But I always prefer price coming back to my reversal opening price to get a sweet swing trade to the upside. And as you can see, there are no fresh levels here. Not that they won't serve as obstacle, but they are not as strong as if it has been untested. All right, untested level is better. All right, so daily, as you can see on the daily now, we're also bullish on the daily. So my point of interest on the daily will be this level here, just below this weekly level. If price can give me that entry here, I'll be good enough to start looking for my bullish trade from here, because I have the weekly and the daily level around the same price zone. All right, so that gives me a better opportunity, a better probability to execute the bullish trade from here to the upside. And if I want to narrow it down to the 4-hour, the same thing you can see here. The area is still good for me on the 4-hour. So this is what I have for you. If you need more analysis from different currency pair, let me know in the comment section so that I can add them to my analysis. On that note, see you.